ESC Speed RC Racing.
Alright, so let's get started with the transplant of the Mini Cooper and the Dodge Dart. So let's go ahead and pop them open and see. This thing's looking pretty good. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to transport the ESC from here, from the Mini M4 to the Soccer 3 racing chassis. Both of these are 3 racing chassis. This is the Advanced, and this right here is the Mini. So I need to get the Gravity Rc motor into this chassis. So that's what we're going to do. So let's start by breaking down the Mini Cooper. So when I'm doing this, get the soldering iron hot. This is one of the adjustable soldering irons. This is an old soldering iron. So I like to try to get this soldering iron not to max, because max is way too hot. Let's see. I put it on about 30. 30 is pretty good, and that'll keep it warm and hot without burning anything. So let's go over here. So this chassis got this is a Novak. It popped right off, and I disconnect it from. See, I got everything taped in, so got some ties on here to try to keep the mess of wires from looking a mess, but it's okay. Go ahead and pop these wires off. So you want to grab these wires here like this. You don't want to get them too hot. Just go ahead and heat this up. And make sure you can get it off quick. We're heating it up. Try not to burn yourself. That's one. And get the other one. As soon as it starts sizzling, you want to pop that thing off. If you don't, you get that motor too hot. You don't want to do that. Cause issues, burn plastic pieces up in the inside. So you're just taking it off. Pop that one off. There you have it. So now we got the ESC out. This is the XR10. This is a hobby wing that we can run in this class. Yeah. So you can see it there. Alright, so while we got this motor out, you see it's got some dirt in here. You got a brush. Brushed out the dirt. You got the motor out. And we can take and pull this tape off. Let's see. Come over here and get a block. And this is what I use. I use wood block. Sit your car on your wood block. That way you can operate on it. So we got this car finished. Everything's out that we need out. So we can put this car to the side. The M4. Put it to the side. Let's go ahead and clean the table off. Try to keep the workplace clean, because all this is going to be going to the race tomorrow. So I'm going to break all this back down to get it everything in here. So we got the gravity motor going in here. This motor is pretty. I wonder how much this motor weighs in comparison to this motor. Let's take and weigh them while we got them out. While I got it out, let's weigh these motors. The Novak brushless motor with the wires is 191 grams. So, okay. So we set this to the side. We'll set this motor back on here. Let's see. Find those wires that I had up here. Here we go. So we'll just take these wires and put them on there. So even with the wires, this motor, that's 3 wires, which are a little bit bigger, so that'll account for this information wire. And that's still 163 grams. So it's actually, this motor is way lighter than this motor, because these wires themselves weigh 10 grams. Yep, 10 grams. And so that's way a big difference in weight. And as far as the ESC, see how much this ESC weighs for the Novak. Well, they had to have everything on it. Let's see how much weight I'm gonna drop on this car. So the Novak is 54 grams with everything. Let's set this Novak to the side. Let's see how much this XR10 weighs with everything. 66 grams. I mean 66 grams. We got 66 grams there. And $54 grams. So just almost 10 grams less. So everything here is going to be lighter in this car versus the Novak. So that's going to help out a lot. So let's see how much this whole car weighs. It's going to weigh. We got, oh man, this thing is light. So let me make sure it's right. Let's zero it out. This chassis by itself is 760 grams, just the chassis. And run a shorty battery. Let's see, put the shorty battery in. There's 990. There's 1143. You know, put the ESC on. So that's 1209. I stack the body on. So that's 1278. So that's actually pretty light in comparison to some of the other cars. I don't know if this car even passed. Let me see. I don't know if it even passed inspection because it's pretty light. We know in a TTO2 class, so it's 1326 with the body, the wheels, everything on it. That's how much this car is going to weigh. 1,326 grams. The TTO2 class got to be 1375 at the minimum. So the car is going to be pretty light. I may end up having to go back to the bigger battery just to get it up to weight. So got our weights. Oh, you know what? So let me put this on here. That's 12 grams. So that'll get you. That's just for this steel pinion gear, 12 grams. So that'll put the car right around where we need to be. Alright. So I'm gonna figure out what screws go in here. This is pretty cool though. Being that it's open like this, you can see if the screws go in too far or if they get stuck in there or anything. If it goes in, you can see right there. Come around in this side. You can see right here. Just try some of these screw holes out. Let's see, make sure it don't go. So that's a bit too deep. Let's try this one. And screw that in. And once you add in the length, put it in the body into this bracket here, that'll shorten the length. But screws work good, just a bit too long. Let's see what I got in here. Small screws. So this is what I bought to get my screw arsenal up in small pieces that you're gonna need when working on these cars. So this is what you'll need. Let me see what I got in here. These are a little shorter. See if this will fit in this bottle. A little bit of space. I think it'll work. What I'll do is use this here. I don't remember what size these are, but these are the size I'll use. Alright, so I had to switch cameras. One camera died. Hopefully I still got the footage. Hopefully it didn't lose the footage. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish putting this together on this camera, on the GoPro. It may look a little different. Not sure, but we'll see. And it may sound, the audio may sound a little different. So hopefully we still get good audio. there it is. It's lined up pretty good. Pinion gear and spare gear lined up pretty good. I want you to listen to it. It doesn't sound quite right. It's not quite lined up yet. It's a bit tight. You don't want these things binding up. Everything's falling. Let's get this in here. What I'm trying to do is let it fall in its own place so that it's quieter, but not too much tension is on it. So right in there. A lot quieter. The motor's spinning pretty freely. A little tight. But it is also not, the motor hasn't got a chance to get broken in yet. So let me tighten this motor up. I think that's a good spot for it. Over tighten it. Looks like the teeth are meshing up good. Not in there too tight. So now I just gotta mount the ESC. Hopefully I'll mount it this way so we can use all these ones we already have. The wires. Go to model. And then you see the Mini Cooper. No, it should still run on the VTAs. It's the same. Select the VTA. The switch. And popped on. Right.
All right, I'm back. So I did have to pause the video for a minute so I could get more focused on the car to get the car put together, because it's being a little bit difficult in order to get the car together. So here's the chassis. It's finished. As you can see, the motor went in good. I had a battery in. I do have a car up on so I can show you the car running. And I'll just go ahead and show you that right now. Here you go. So you don't hear that clicking that it was doing. So what was happening when I first put this motor in was that I didn't have the spur gear and the pinion gear here put together quite right. So it was causing a lot of binding, and with that binding, this car not being able to flow easily and smoothly, it will cause these 25.5 motors, when I first get them, to bind up like that and click, because they just not getting the flow yet. But once they got into the flow, the car started running really good. I did take this car to the race, and the car did exceptionally well at the race. Only problem that I had with this car, it wasn't the motor, and it wasn't the pinion gear or the spur gear. It was the tires. And adding this weight, because the car was way too light when they did the inspection. So once they did the inspection, they gave me some weights to weigh the car down. And because I had the dampeners on the tires here, on the shocks, already set for a lighter car, when I put these weights on, the weights caused the car to lose a lot of traction, because now the adjustment for the shocks was way out of adjustment because the weight was different. And the tires, these tires just were not sticking at all at the track. So I had to adjust my driving style to slow the car down. And you know, learning on a car like this is a good thing to do because it's not as fast, but it's also getting the car dialed in too is the main thing. Far as the toe, I do need to go back and toe these wheels out like this so that the car drives a little bit better and steers a little better. And other than that, this was a pretty good race. You can check the video out. I'll put it up here, and you can check this video out, and you can see the race down in Mooresville, North Carolina at the Hobby Town. So I really appreciate you watching the videos. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out.